Good morning, guys. It's a very
Morning.
lovely day today at Westminster Business Council, and I have the pleasure and honor of speaking to Catax. Now, perhaps I should introduce, we have on the screen Shaun Marsden, Richard Armstrong, and Scott, and I forgot his surname. Scott, what's your surname?
Fowler.
Scott Fowler. My apologies. So, Catax is quite a unique name. Let me ask Shaun, could you tell us a little bit about what does Catax mean and what sort of services
Yeah, of
it
course.
provides?
We started our life out as a independent capital allowances advisor to commercial property owners. And so the name Catax comes from capital allowances tax advice. And then around 7 years ago, we actually rebranded so that we are now just known as Catax. We incorporated about 13 years ago, so the journey on the capital allowances side is still ongoing, and we are by far the largest independent operator for capital allowances services. But sitting alongside that, we also deliver research and development tax relief advice, and we also have a grants team, and we also deliver ROCL, which is the remediation of contaminated land relief. So we've come on our journey quite a considerable way and now have a suite of disciplines as an independent operator, and possibly the largest independent operator in the UK.
That's amazing. Wow, it sounds so awesome. But I'm sure Catax does a variety of services. So, Richard, could you tell us a little bit more about the kind of services that's provided?
Yeah, I guess Shaun just mentioned them in brief. I'll just give you 2 or 3 sentences on each one of those. And we basically put it all under the title of funding innovation. Companies which are taking commercial risk in the development of a product, a process that makes a product, or it can actually be an IT system that runs that company. And that can apply to research and development tax relief, legislation known by a lot of companies, but still perhaps misunderstood in a lot of areas as well. So again, having done about 15,500 claims, we can certainly help you with the R&D. Associated closely to that is something called patent box. Again, heavily underutilized legislation. It's brilliant for any company that has a patented product or process, because you're only going to pay an effective corporation tax rate of 10% for the duration of the patent, and that's typically 20 years. Shaun's already mentioned capital allowances and remediation of contaminated land. He can go into some more details on that in a second. Perhaps then we move away from tax relief, and the other 2 services is grants. And grants is getting funding before investing in trying to do a new product. And again, there are so many different grants available in the market. It will be a pleasure to talk to you about how we can support.
Sounds awesome. So is there any follow-up from you, Shaun, about the sort of services?
Yeah, if I just dip in very quickly, in terms of capital allowances relief, again, a very unknown piece of legislation that's available to any UK taxpayer who owns a commercial property, where we can actually go back and revisit the original purchase expenditure and identify items within that purchase that would qualify to be written down on the balance sheet against either profitability if the asset is owned by a limited company, or against the self-assessment tax relief if the property is owned privately. And so far, we've appraised around 23,500 commercial properties in the last 13 years. And our clients range from portfolio owners who own 2,400 buildings, down to my dentist back in Liverpool, who owned her townhouse, which she operated as a dentist practice. So everyone, no matter what size of property, can qualify. Sitting along neatly alongside that is land remediation tax relief. And that, again, is an unknown incentive that's available for anyone that is removing contaminants either from land or from buildings. So a classic experience for me recently is a large building in Manchester where all of the asbestos has been removed from each floor. And the first 5 floors has cost them £10 million for that removal. We can actually deliver them around £2 million back in cash from HMRC for that work. So they're the 2 disciplines that I really focus on.
Wow, that's amazing. So Catax do a variety of awesome things. So if I can come to you, Scott, what is the future of Catax looking?
Well, we're perhaps also to give you a little bit of overview of Catax about 1.5 years ago or so became a part of Ryan. And Ryan is one of the largest independent tax firms in the world. We have over 4,000 employees globally. Here in Europe, we have 400 employees. providing a range of tax services, mostly focusing on indirect taxes in the space of VAT, from compliance to consulting to VAT, AP recovery, all the way to tax technology and tax transformation. And Catax coming a part of Ryan, provides a whole broad suite of services, as you're hearing, to help our clients and also to provide greater support and help to all of our clients throughout Europe and in the UK.
That is awesome. Wow. I'm so proud that you are part of the Westminster Business Council community and providing a lot of support to all our businesses there. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. Nice chatting.
Appreciate
Take care.
it.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.